The day I got the court notice, I thought it was a mistake. My own parents were suing me. Not my brother. Not the man who burned through $410,000. Me. And that wasn't even the worst part. The worst part was why. I grew up in a normal middle-class home. Nothing fancy. Nothing dramatic. My father worked long hours. My mother handled everything else. And my older brother? He was the golden child. He was loud, confident, always chasing big opportunities. I was the quiet one. I studied. I saved money. I avoided trouble. And for years, that difference didn't seem like a problem. Until it was. My brother started a construction company in his early 30s. Big dreams. Bigger loans. He told everyone he was going to build something massive. My parents believed him. They always did. At first, things looked good. New truck. New office. Expensive dinners. But behind the scenes? He was bleeding money. Bad contracts. Poor planning. Careless spending. Within 5 years, he was buried. $410,000 in debt. When I found out, I was shocked. But what happened next? That changed everything. My parents emptied their retirement savings. Every last dollar. They refinanced their house. They even borrowed against life insurance. All to save him. They paid off his debt. $410,000. Gone. Just like that. I remember sitting at their kitchen table when they told me. My mother said, "We can't let him fail. He has a family." I nodded. But something inside me felt off. Because when I was struggling years earlier, when I needed help with a small down payment for my first home, they told me, "You need to stand on your own." And I did. I worked overtime. I skipped vacations. I sacrificed. But I swallowed that feeling. Until 6 months later. That's when the letter arrived. It was from a lawyer. Formal. Cold. Direct. They were suing me. For unpaid financial obligations. I stared at those words for a long time. Unpaid? I had never borrowed money from them. Never. Then I read further. They claimed that years ago, when they helped me with a short-term loan during college, it was never repaid. That loan was $18,000. $18,000. Compared to $410,000. And they were dragging me to court for it. But that wasn't even the real reason. The real reason? My brother. I later found out his business was failing again. And he needed more help. But this time, my parents had nothing left. Except one thing. Their will. And their house. They were afraid of losing security. So someone, and I can guess who, convinced them that I owed them. That it was only fair. That since they helped him so much, I should contribute too. Through court. Through pressure. Through humiliation. When I confronted them, my father wouldn't look at me. My mother cried. They said, "It's not personal. It's just paperwork." Paperwork. To sue your own son. That night, something changed in me. Not anger. Not rage. Something colder. Clarity. I didn't fight emotionally. I didn't yell. I didn't beg. Instead, I called a lawyer. And what I discovered next changed the entire game. The $18,000 they claimed I owed? There was no signed contract. No repayment schedule. No written agreement. It was transferred as a gift. Documented as a gift. For tax purposes. My father had even written education support in the memo line. Which legally mattered. A lot. But that wasn't all. When my lawyer looked deeper, we found something interesting. When they refinanced their house to pay my brother's debt, they listed all assets and declared no outstanding receivables. Meaning, they officially declared I owed them nothing. Under penalty of law. That single document destroyed their case. But I didn't stop there. Because this wasn't just about winning. This was about respect. During the discovery process, we uncovered something else. My brother had quietly transferred a small property, bought with company funds, into my parents' name before declaring partial bankruptcy, which legally exposed them. They didn't even realize it. They trusted him. Blindly. If that came out in court, it wouldn't just hurt him. It would damage them too. And that's when I understood something. They weren't villains. They were trapped. By their own favoritism. By their own fear. And by him. So instead of destroying them, I made an offer. Quietly. Through lawyers. I would drop all counterclaims. I would not expose the property transfer. I would not pursue fraud allegations. In exchange, they would withdraw the lawsuit. Publicly. And amend their will equally. No more golden child. No more backup plan funded by me. Fair. Balanced. Final. They resisted at first. Pride is heavy. But reality is heavier. Especially when it's written in legal language. 2 weeks later, the lawsuit was withdrawn. Officially. Silently. No apology. But no court date either. And my brother? He stopped calling. Stopped visiting. Stopped pretending. Because for the first time, I wasn't the quiet one anymore. I was the prepared one. Months passed. The tension faded. But something important shifted. My parents started seeing things differently. Not overnight. But slowly. They realized who had shown up calmly. Who had acted with control. Who had protected them. Even when they attacked me. One evening, my father came to my house. He stood in my driveway. Awkward. Uncomfortable. And he said 5 words I never expected. You handled it better than me. That was enough. Not perfect. Not emotional. But real. I never wanted revenge. I wanted fairness. And sometimes, the strongest revenge isn't destroying someone. It's refusing to be the easy target. It's standing firm. Without screaming. Without begging. Without burning everything down. They funded his $410,000 mistake. And tried to drag me through court. But in the end, I didn't lose my money. I didn't lose my dignity. And I didn't lose control. He had their protection. I had the truth. And truth, when used patiently, wins.